Man, I just got done running. I had to run to the goddamn Metro PCS spot to get my phone turned back on because they shut my shit off. I forgot. It slipped my mind. I ran down here, bro. I must have like shed like 15 pounds doing this shit. They cut your shit off, man, if you don't pay. They ain't playing about their money. But I want to talk about men getting in their own way. You know, let's start off first, man. Niggas doubt themselves. They don't believe in themselves. That's getting in your own way within itself. When you don't believe that nothing is possible, you think that everything is going to come to you without you working for it, you got another thing coming, man. Even lottery is work. Because you got to stay consistent. You feel what I'm saying? Even lottery is work. Staying consistent with the numbers, always playing, and failing. Failing is part of the process. Losing. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of cats, bro, it's pretty much a done deal. It is. Because they don't believe, man. You know, I believe that I could hit a jackpot. I believe that. In my head, I believe it. That's why I play every day. I believe that I could hit the biggest one. But a lot of cats out there, bro, they ain't got faith. They ain't got belief. They ain't got trust in themselves. They don't know that persistence pays off, man. Hard work pay off. Persistence and hard work pay off down the stretch. You know, a lot of guys, they into like chasing women all the time. And they spend like many years chasing women, not even to think like to turn around and say, fuck it, man, I ain't chasing no bitches no more, bro. I'm chasing this bag. They don't think like that. They think chase bitches. Even into their 40s and 50s, they still chasing. They getting what they can get. You know, when they get to be 40, 50, they still chasing bitches. They never thought to say, you know what? This chasing bitches shit, it's not really productive, man. You know, I'm not building nothing while I'm chasing these hoes. I'm not, gonna be a richer guy by chasing these women, bro. Feel what I'm saying? That's why I stopped going to bars and clubs. I stopped chasing bitches because I want to get riches. You feel what I'm saying? By chasing women your whole entire life, you just getting in your own way. To me, chasing women is a waste of goddamn time and money. Just for a quick nut, and that's it. And it won't be the woman that you really like. It'll be some female that's a mammoth, big, fat, sloppy. You know, they don't have trust in their abilities. Thanks to their mom and dad. Talking about motherfuckers nowadays, man. Their mom and dad taught them how to be losers, how to be quitters. You know, they taught them how to give up. It all starts from the home, like I said in my earlier video. It all starts in the home, bro. How you was raised. I hated my parents. You know what I'm saying? Because all they did was teach me how to lose. This is how you lose, son. Chase bitches all the time. Yeah, keep on chasing women. When a fighter in boxing is preparing for a fight, is he chasing women? Is he at bars and clubs? No. He's training. Is he having sex? No. 20 days before a fight, you can't be having no sex. You can't even bust a nut for 20 days. Because you got to have the energy for training. If I was a nigga that said, fuck training, fuck like fighting, I'm going to go out to this bar and club and we're going to drink. Fuck that. You getting in your own way, bro. I knew a guy that was like that a while back. Yeah, this one fighter, his name was Paul Mendez. He was part of the LA Boxing Academy that I was going to with me and my ex-girlfriend at the time, right? Me and my girlfriend. And this nigga, the reason why he was losing, bro, because he kept stepping out, going to bars and clubs when he's supposed to be in training camp. He couldn't stay away from the bars. He couldn't stay away from chasing bitches, bro. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't stay away, so he was not winning. You know what I'm saying? I got in his ear, I said, look here, young buck. Because at the time, I was like, what, 30? You know what I'm saying? Somewhere around 30, 31, 32, and I was giving him knowledge because he was like 22, 23. I said, look at here, young buck. You only got one shot at this, man. You know, I'm 30, so my days of becoming a boxer is already pretty much done with, right? You know, that's something that you got to start when you're young. Boxing is a young man sport. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got older cats doing it like Mayweather, but he doing it for a payday. I said, man, you got one shot at this, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't screw this up. You know what I'm saying? And soon enough, when I got in his ear and I started talking to him a lot more, just like that, he started having knockouts. But it was already too late. He had too many losses on his record. So he didn't become a professional boxer like that. I mean, he boxed professionally, but he didn't go to the top. Why? Because he couldn't stay away from the bitches. So like one time I went to the bar. You know, back in the day, I was a huge club hopper, bar hopper. Okay, I used to go to like 3 or 4 bars, bro. And one night, when I was like 27, 28, 29, 30, I was hitting them bars hard, boy. Especially around like especially around the recession that happened back in 08. You feel what I'm saying? I was going to the bars and clubs like a motherfucker, bro. I was always there, dressed nice, smelling good, just looking for hoes, man. Always looking for hoes. And then I saw that nigga there, bro. And he looked at me, I looked at him, and he went like this. And I was like, bro, you're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be in training. This is the reason why you losing, bro. You're getting in your own way. You see what I'm saying? You know, what's up with it, Sean Breezy? Yeah, you gotta be on point in boxing, man. He was an up and coming dude, man. And I got in that nigga ear, bro. I said, bro, for me, bro, I'm already 30. This is back when I was 30 years old. I said, bro, I'm already 30. You got a shot, man. You like, how old? He was 22, 23 years old. Like, bro, you 7 years younger. You got a better shot than I do. Don't fuck this up. And I said something to him. I forgot what it was. But I convinced him to be more focused in boxing. And you know, he started straightening it up for some reason. He started having knockouts. Okay? But it was already too late by then. He already had like, what, 4 or 5 losses, man. You know, he just didn't, he didn't make the cut, man. His boxing career didn't go nowhere because he was bullshitting, man. He was too busy chasing alcohol and liquor and stuff. I mean, and bitches. Alcohol and bitches. Okay? He was too busy doing that. And I was like, damn, bro, I'm sorry, man. I didn't get to him sooner. If I would have got to him in the beginning of his career, he would have did a lot better, trust me. Because I was already giving him the game of my mistakes, of what I did wrong. By not being serious, you know what I'm saying? And he's supposed to be in training camp and he out there partying. It's like, bruh, you tripping. This is the reason why a lot of cats don't make it to the top. They don't give it their all. And I remember him, and he should be older now. That was like well over a decade ago. That was like 15 years ago. God damn, time fly, man. That was around 2010, somewhere around there, man. You know. But when things are going on, when you chasing something, there's no time for no hoes, bro. This is your whole entire life in front of you, man. You feel what I'm saying? You got to be disciplined like a motherfucker if you want things to work in your favor. When I hit that first jackpot, I was disciplined. I kept playing. Just like now. I'm going to keep playing and I'm going to hit another one because I'm disciplined. You feel what I'm saying? But a lot of cats don't understand, bro. Your money is your livelihood. You know, you're nothing without money. You feel what I'm saying? You're nothing without your bread. You're nothing without the bag. You're nothing without money. And you got to keep chasing that so you can turn around, go back to the dating market with pride and dignity and some respect and some leverage. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I can't go back to the dating market right now. I'm busy chasing something. I'm not trying to get in my own way like I did before. That's why you don't ever quit, Sean. You don't never ever quit, bro. You feel what I'm saying? You never ever quit in life, ever. Don't ever do it. You know, a lot of guys, they get in their own way by doing stuff like what Paul Mendes was doing. His name was Paul Mendes. Or was it Paul Menendez? I think it was Menendez. Not Paul Menendez, the singer, but Paul Menendez or something like that, right? I think you can find him here on YouTube. Yeah, you can. There's some footage of him fighting here on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I think he took that loss though. When he was fighting some dude, man, and he just wasn't serious, man, until I got into that nigga and he was talking to, what's his name, what's that guy, that boxing, what's that dude here on YouTube? I think Elliot Boxing or something like that. And he walked up to Paul Menendez or whatever his name was. I think it was, Paul Menendez. I know his first name was Paul. You know what I'm saying? He was half black, half Hispanic. And he mostly looked black. You couldn't tell if he was Hispanic. He mostly looked like he was black. But I got in his ear, man, and I started talking about, you know, how I fucked up and I didn't take shit seriously. And now it's too late for me to go back and be a boxer. I said, do it while you young, bro. Because if you wait too long, it's gonna be too late for you to even start boxing seriously. Start boxing seriously now. Take this shit seriously now while you young. I think he was like 22, 23 years old, something like that. And yeah, so what I was saying is, like, I got in his ear and he started having knockouts. The nigga started having knockouts. Was it Boxing, Elliot Boxing or whatever his name, walked up to him and said, hey, you've been having knockouts lately. Like, yeah, because Hellcat got in his fucking ear, man. But it was already too late, man. He already took too many losses. So now his boxing career is done for. But you see the reason why he didn't make it to the big time, because he was out there chasing them hoes, bro. He was at clubs, bro, when he was supposed to be in that, training camp. That's why I learned my lesson, man. I ain't been to no bar, I don't know how long, because I'm focused, man. I'm focused. Last time I went to that bar is when you guys see me, like, was it 3 months ago? That was like 3 months ago, man. I'm on this grind out here in these streets. I'm not trying to get in my own way. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta stay disciplined, man. Anything you can have, man, you can get it. We gotta stay focused here. A lot of motherfuckers lack discipline. I've seen some motherfuckers who don't even have discipline in the lottery. They can't even stay playing. They lose a few times and then they give up. Oh, that'll never work out. I'm not that lucky. I'm giving up. Bro, you give up on everything that you love, man. You're giving up on the future. You're giving up on that Lamborghini. You're giving up on that Porsche. You're giving up on food in your future kids' mouth, okay? You got future kids to feed, man. Stop playing around with their future, bro. You got future kids to feed. You know what I'm saying? Future kids. You notice I said future, right? Your kids ain't been born yet. And you bullshitting around, bro. I was gonna have Panda Express tonight. I'm good, man. I guess I'll have me a burrito or something. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta understand something. Time is of the essence, man. We don't have a lot of it here on earth. Life is short, and you gotta make the best out of it. And you gotta get all that you can out of life, man. Fuck all that limitation bullshit that life tries to throw at you, man. Life tries to throw limitations your way all the time. You can't travel. You can't date the women you want to date. You're limited, bro. Become unlimited when you get that bag. You're gonna become unlimited when you get that bag. That's why Diddy was so busy having freak offs, because natural, normal sex wasn't enough for him. For an average guy like me and you, just one woman is good enough. But he had to have multiple women. He had to have freak offs, sex in front of other people and stuff, in a room full of people, having sex all together all at one time. Yeah, because normal sex became boring to him after a while. You talk about a man that had sex whenever he felt like it, man. He lived to be his own boss, man. He was on top of the world. That's why he got cocky too, man. You feel what I'm saying? He getting in his own way right now by getting cocky and becoming a mob boss. He was acting like a mob boss, a straight up mob boss, because he had so much money. That motherfucker had stupid money, and he still got money to this day, bro. The guy was a fucking billionaire. Regardless of what he did to Cassie, regardless of him being being suspect or gay or whatever, that nigga had a strong work ethic, bro. That made him become a billionaire. Throughout the years, he kept producing hits. I mean, damn, bro. Think about it. It took Diddy to become a billionaire. It took him years. First, he started as a small-time millionaire with Big Papa, Notorious B.I.G. He was a small-time millionaire back then in the 90s, and he worked his way up to become a billionaire throughout years, though. Years. We ain't talking about just a few years, nigga. We talking about decades. It took him decades to get to be a billionaire. Same thing with Sean Carter. Jay-Z. Okay? Took him years to become a billionaire. So the wealth don't come overnight like that. You guys talking about, damn, you been on the grind for like 5 years, Kelcat, and you still ain't hit no jackpot? Nigga, it take years to get a bag. You just don't build wealth like that. It just don't pop up like that. You feel what I'm saying? It takes years to stay on the grind, bro. And eventually you'll start seeing your hard work pay off. And there ain't a lot of cats, they don't believe in themselves. That's another thing, man. When you don't believe in yourself, you already defeating yourself right there, bro. You're beating yourself up. You're beating yourself up. You feel what I'm saying? You kicking your own ass. You beating yourself up. You giving your own self a black eye. So I ain't gonna never beat nothing. I ain't shit, bro. I ain't doing. Just like that nigga. What's his name? Savvy guy, bro. It's like, come on, bro. Come on, Oreo man, bro. You already defeating yourself. You're giving yourself the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 combination. Like in boxing, you're giving your own self a combination. Like, what the hell you doing, bro? Who taught you wrong? See, a lot of y'all parents taught y'all wrong. You got bad teaching. Me too, bro. I'm trying to reprogram all the shit that my mother installed in me. I'm trying to reprogram that shit, bro. You know, like, you know, you got a computer and you program it to like do a certain type of thing or whatever you want it to do. You program it to do it this way, you know. And me, I'll be like, fuck that. My parents installed this. I'm gonna install that. Fuck that. I'm gonna reprogram this shit because this is what my parents was doing. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna reprogram that shit and I'm gonna start off from scratch. Fuck my parents. They cool with being broke and dusty. They like, you know, motherfuckers get off at being broke and dusty, man. They want to be losers. They want to be scrubs. They don't want to have goals and stuff, man. See, a lot of niggas, they think that this shit is gonna come overnight. Nah, this is a long-term goal. Getting riches is a long-term goal. I hope you know that. It's not a short-term goal. It's a long-term goal. No overnight shit, bro, unless you get really lucky. That's the only way you can become rich overnight, bro. A lot of us, we suffer, bro. There's niggas out here that never ever got to even struggle in the dating market. That's why they having freak offs. Because they don't feel the struggle like me and you do, bro. Right now, me and you, we struggle in the dating market. If you follow me, you a nigga that struggle. So, I'm just saying. We got niggas like Diddy, Jay-Z, Michael Jordan, you know, all the greats that became wealthy. They never felt any struggle, and if they did, it was in their early years. If like me and you got the bag like right now, it would have been 40 plus years of struggling, bro. 40 plus years. Like, goddamn, like Diddy, you been rich since the 90s, bro. You ain't never had no struggle getting pussy or Mayweather, bro. You ain't never, bro. You got rich while you was young. You was getting bitches while you was young, nigga. You was getting bad ones. And you continue to get bad ones to this day. You ain't never felt the pinch. You ain't never felt what it is to be struggling, bro. These niggas are lucky. Their parents got to them early, bro. Mayweather's parents and uncle, they got to him early while he was young. He been trained to be a boxer since he was like a young kid, man. And he stayed with that shit, bro. And throughout the years, he got better and better and better and better. Because his Uncle Roger, who took over while his father was in jail, Mayweather. Mayweather's father went to jail. Uncle Roger took over. He had a close-knit family, bro. That's all they had. But a lot of us, we don't got close-knit families. So that's why a lot of niggas they start getting success late. There's a lot of niggas that became successful later in life when they got tired of feeling the pinch. They got tired of being looked down upon for being broke and dusty. They got tired of that. They got tired of feeling the pinch. You feel what I'm saying? So they start becoming more disciplined with themselves. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. That's called getting in my own way. No, I ain't gonna have no kids early. I'm not gonna start chasing pussy all the time, just spending all kinds of money chasing hoes. No, I don't wanna do that. They chase me. Like that sub-5 female that flirted with me earlier, she gonna have to come and chase me. I'm not gonna chase her. She knows where I'm at. I'm around here. You know, I'm gonna say no. No, you gotta come to me. Like sub-5 stalker, she was chasing me, bro. I didn't chase her, bro. She kept approaching me when I was on top of the parking lot, and I was eating my dinner up there sometimes. And she would come up to me and approach me. I'd be like, what the fuck? What the fuck? This bitch is like sub-5. How dare she approach me? Like, what, you think I'm like a sub-5 eater or something? I'm just gonna eat leftovers and scraps? What, you think I'm a leftover eater? Anyway, putting self-doubt upon yourself, or let me use a better word for it, casting self-doubt upon yourself is the worst thing you can do, man. You already getting in your own way. When I hit my first jackpot, I was like, what? $2 grand, nigga? Oh, shit. I didn't even know. I was like, man. But I believed that I could hit something. So I put the numbers down. You guys seen it. I mean, a lot of you guys seen me hit that jackpot. I posted it up here on YouTube in my shorts. You can look at it for yourself. All numbers in the row. You know, could have been 500 grand. But oh well. Can't cry over spilled milk. Too late now. Gotta keep pushing forward until we come across another one. Feel what I'm saying? This time it's gonna be bigger. I bet you it's gonna be bigger next time. You got tired of struggling in the dating market, bruh. And I looked at it like this, bruh. If I don't get the bag, I'll suffer for the remainder years or however many years I got to live. You feel what I'm saying? I'll suffer throughout my whole entire life in the dating market, and it's going to get worse because eventually I'm going to die. So I want to do some things before I die, man. I got a bucket list. I want to travel. I want to experience different cultures and stuff. I want to go to Thailand. I want to go to the Philippines. I want to go to Africa. I want to do all that stuff before I die, bro. Get to see some more life before I hit that big sleep. Because once you die, that's it. There's no coming back after this. Niggas think you can come back from the grave. Nope, that's a one-time thing. Right now, you're alive, you breathing. We gotta live for the. You gotta look for the best life possible. You feel what I'm saying? To live comfortable while you living. You know what I'm saying? We don't get another one of these. We don't get another one of these. We don't get another life. We don't. So I want to live the best life possible while I'm alive. You feel what I'm saying? So understand this, bro. Time is of the essence. We got to use it wisely. We ain't living forever. So we might as well get that bag. Shit. I want to drive my dream car before I die. I want to drive a Lambo. You know what I'm saying? Own a Lambo. In my garage. Be like, oh yeah, I got me a Lamborghini. I finally got that motherfucker. It took me some years, man, but I got it. Finally got it. You know what I'm saying? That run was crazy. I ran like a mile because the phone store is like a mile away, and I ran all the way there. I stopped a couple of times, but I kept going. I kept pushing. I don't want that shit to close up on me. It was gonna close at 7 o'clock. They cut my phone off. I was like, oh shit, I forgot to pay my phone bill. I looked at the clock, it was 6:30. They closed at 7. They said, I'll run down there, bro. I could get there in 20 minutes. Wait. I get there at 6:50, and I did. I got there right there at 6:50. I kept on looking at the clock while I was running. Shit. I forgot. I totally forgot. It's been so hot out here, man. I forgot about everything. Well, it's paid. It's paid now. I turned it back on. But I'm just saying, bro, like, don't you want to, like, experience being rich before you die? Or don't you want to be able to date bad bitches before you die? Drive nice cars? Live a good life before you die, bro? So if the answer is yes, man, I suggest you start on your grind today. Whatever it is, playing the lottery, becoming an actor or movie star or some shit like that, whatever bag you chasing, bro, accomplish that motherfucker, bro. When I look at some of the success stories and I see Keith Sweat, Jean-Claude Van Damme, and I saw how much they struggled before they got that bag, it gives me a lot more courage to go on, because I'm like, damn, I'm struggling too to get this bag. So if you think you're the only one that struggled to get a bag, think again. All these niggas struggled, man. It's just one day, it was their time. They called a lucky break, but they kept pushing on. They kept going further. You know what I'm saying? It took Keith Sweat, what, 10 years? God damn, to really start seeing some real money. You know, he started out in 1975. That's 5 years before I was born. But he kept pushing forward, bro. You know, no matter the years went by, he just kept going. So I'm going to be a great, that's all it is. I'm going to be a legend, that's all it is. And he did, he got it. Nigga, when you believe in yourself, bro, magical things happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like Denzel Washington, he believed in himself, bro. You know what I'm saying? Training Day was one of the best flicks he was in. He got a Grammy because of Training Day. You feel what I'm saying? I would say the line, but I'm good. I just got done running and shit. I'm about to end the video or end the live right now. But forget about what your parents say, bro, and look around you, and then look deep inside yourself. What I mean by look around you, look at all the success around you that men have accomplished. Okay, look around you. Look at all the high-end cars. Look at the Lambos that drive by and stuff. That lets you know that anything's possible. You know what I'm saying? When you see all these high-end cars and all this other stuff driving by, you know, you see a nigga in a Porsche, you see a nigga in a Lambo, you know that wasn't easy to get. You know what I'm saying? Because there's not a lot of them around here. Like I said, man, count how many Lambos is in your neighborhood, or cars that's worth like 500 grand. Count. I bet you could count on just 2 fingers. You probably got 10 people that live like that around there, bro. Around here, around your area, wherever you live. But I gotta go. You guys have a good day. I just made it back to Starbucks. Peace, take out. Peace. I'll be back on later. I'm out.